You're not paying for this resource. Clearly, you pay for this resource. Yeah. And I thank you for taking the time out of your day to come here.
I appreciate that. One last thing I'd like to say, the name calling, the threats, is just absolutely childish. If any of you out there listening, you want to be taken serious, you got to stop that stuff. Use your brains that God gave you, your resources that's on the internet. Find out the truth, the facts, and follow through with them, okay?
Thank you, sir. This guy looks vaguely familiar. I can't quite remember your name, Steve, but for the record, please state your name and who you're representing.
My name is Steve Clark, and today I'm representing myself. Thank you again for the opportunity to speak. A lot has been said. Everybody knows my stance on this, that I oppose this in any shape or form. But what I wanted to say today, I threw in my thing at the last minute. All the issues that they say they're going to take care of, the department is already doing, except for the lobbying effort. The department may need to do a better job of telling the public. That's why I came up here, and people watching hopefully understand, that there is a lot more behind this than just misinformation. And I'm going to speak to the HOG in particular, the youth retention and recruitment, because I see on the internet that a lot of guys are saying this is what we need to do, this is what we need to do. You guys, a year and a half ago, developed a whole new division for this. Led the country in developing a separate division for hunter retention and recruitment. Mm-hmm. It's grown in a year and a half into a leadership model that's used all across the United States now. You need to do a better job of letting the sportsmen know that this stuff is out there. Right now, there's 40 groups putting on camps all across the state of Arizona to recruit kids. There's kids waiting. There's kids in the wings. With more volunteers and more money, we can reach out to more kids. But the department is actively leading the United States in this push. And here are people telling the public that nobody's doing anything about it. That's my comment.
And I'm sorry, go ahead, Commissioner.
Mr. Chair, Steve, one of the things that did come out of the initial meeting at the governor's office where Commissioner Husted and I were invited, they covered those 4 items: recruitment, retention, access, predator control, and then an attack on our hunting. And we didn't disagree with those 4 base concepts. In fact, we talked very specifically about the things that this commission and the Game and Fish Department has been doing in the past. We can always do more. We can always do better. We have a really strong program we're trying to implement right now on recruiting retention, working with all the sportsmen's groups. We can always do better, but I think we are leading the country in many ways in this, and we're going to even get better at it. We can always use more money, but we want a system that's funded that is transparent, I think. Access is another huge issue. We've been looking all over the country for ideas and ways. That's one of our major priorities as a commission and as a department, is to look at those access issues. And predator control is just exactly what it is. It's predator control. We lost some tools in the past when we lost some of the trapping on the federal grounds. But we're looking at ways that we can actually target that so we can help our wildlife populations. And the reduction in wildlife populations goes more than just to predators. It goes to climate and everything else. But we're looking at how we can work with the department to best manage those wildlife populations. And so we don't disagree with those 4 concepts, but what we do is we disagree with the way that they're going about to fund those 4 concepts. And I guess that's what Jack and I sold and said very clearly to the other group when we met at the governor's office to talk about this issue.
Mr. Chair.
Commissioner Husted.
Yeah, Steve, I'd just like to thank you. And I guess to address the entire sportsman's community, and hopefully there's a lot of them out there in cyber wherever, that we have a tendency when we're outside to throw bombs, Yeah, we'd like to see more deer to shoot. We'd like to see bigger elk to kill and all of those things. And we all have an idea how we can, how the game and fish should work. But when you get up here to sit in these chairs, it's kind of hard to kind of put it all together. But what I see is when I go to a meeting, and am invited to a meeting at the governor's staff, and the governor should be proud of the agency, her agency, that is leading the state. But it's the director's told staff, we've told staff that we're leaders, but we need the sportsmen in your comments, in your blogs, in your letters to these legislators,